next guest tonight is a frequent visitor here at the Late Night Show. Please welcome our good buddy, Mr. Marc Maron. Oh, baby.
Hendrix, man, can they come to my house like right when I wake up and just right when I walk out, just BAM! Manic depression.
No. That's what you want to hear every morning.
Well, that's what I feel, Conan.
Yeah. How have you been enjoying the show so far?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Did I see you correctly? Did Donald Trump just pull a condom out of his pocket?
Yeah, he did. I didn't know he was going to do that, but he did, yeah.
Doesn't he know that most prostitutes carry their own? I mean, does he? I think this will be my last television appearance. If I'm found dead in the East River tomorrow, folks, you saw me last.
Yeah. He could hire like 50 people to kill you.
Oh, he has a sense of humor, doesn't he? yeah, okay.
Life been hard. I understand. Someone told me, I think it was one of the guys backstage said that you quit smoking.
I did. I quit smoking again. Well, here's what happens. Here's when I know it's time to quit smoking. When I wake up and I hear this sound in the morning. But when you smoke, you're like, oh my, it's like lungs aren't supposed to make that noise, you know what I mean?
Right.
But when you smoke, you think, like, this isn't cancer. I'm too young to get cancer. No, this is a talent of some kind. Too bad there's no Gong Show,
We'll get it back
Morgan,
for you.
what did you think?
We'll get it back for you. So, but the quitting smoking, it's going all right, though.
Well, the thing is, I've always been afraid that I'm going to end up one of those people that's sitting in Florida, 70 years old, going, I still enjoy it. Which isn't attractive.
Yeah,
you may enjoy it, but you can't walk.
Some guys like it, yeah. You've been traveling a lot. You've been doing the comedy, I understand, on the road.
Yeah, I do a little comedy
yeah.
on the road. I was in Indiana. Or no, it was Minneapolis. Minneapolis, Minnesota. I went to the Mall of America, the biggest mall in America.
I've heard that thing's huge.
It's huge. There's a roller coaster in it, right inside the mall. No joke. But I came up with this idea, though. I've got an idea for defense. All right, ready? It's a concept.
Okay.
I think that what we should do, instead of fight wars with other countries, is we should just airlift fully functioning malls and just drop them like onto Baghdad. Just drop a fully functioning mall onto Baghdad, all right?
Yeah.
And what you do is you just fill it with Green Berets who also know how to train people, how to work at the Gap and Orange Julius and stuff, all right? So then what happens is all the, all the people of Iran, right? Is that where it is? Iraq.
It's Iraq, actually.
Yeah, all the people.
Yeah.
I know my stuff, people. All right.
You really thought this idea out, haven't you?
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
Right, see, then all of them, they just start looking in the mall, like the beginning of 2001 when the monolith comes, and they're sort of looking in, right? And then Saddam realizes that they have to have the mall functioning. And then you just get the people, you're like, hey, bombs or Spencer's gifts? You know what I mean? You make the call.
You make the call.
How about, take off your native headgear, wear an Orange Julius hat. You know what I mean?
And you think that this would work? You think this would actually end the threat?
Well, what's funny? I thought that joke would work. That's, I think, is the really funny thing that just happened.
Well, wait, you're not worried at all about biological weapons? That's a fear.
I'm not really afraid that Saddam Hussein has biological weapons. At this point in time, I'm more worried about my neighbor. Do you understand? I mean, it's like people have full arsenals in their house. You watch the news, like you can see, like a man in Queens today had a full, they're driving a tank out of, and you're sitting there watching, going, oh my God, it's across the street from me. You know what I mean?
You think people can buy a tank and keep it at their house?
Of course they can.
Yeah.
But they'll say like, oh, it's just for hunting. You know what I mean? They'll go, hey, I make my own jerky.
Are you?
That's why I'm nervous, though. But the thing is, what I don't understand? Like, biological weapons are frightening to me because there doesn't seem to be any in between. These biological weapons, you read about them, it's like, oh, you get a virus that turns your lungs into jello or eats your flesh.
Right, it kills you
right away.
Within 30 seconds.
Right away.
Yeah.
Where are the non-lethal biological weapons? At least with missiles, you got a full range. You got little ones, you got big ones. They'll just take out a building, a house, the world. But you got a range. You know what I mean? But with the biological ones, there's no in between. There's no biological weapons that they drop and it just causes people to have diarrhea for 3 days. You know what I mean? They don't want to take out the city. They just want to cause some discomfort and show people who's in charge. Or just a really bad cold.
They're probably working on that.
We've been hit. I'm sneezing. You know what I mean?
A lot of thought. These are good ideas. I don't know why more people don't listen to you.
I'm doing a lot of thinking.
Yeah, and you got married, I think, since the last time I saw you.
I did get married.
How is married life?
She likes it. How are you?
I'm fine.
He he's married too. He knows what it's like.
I know he is. I hit on his wife a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, you did.
I'm kidding.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
I didn't really hit on her. I mean,
I know. Yeah, I know.
is it cool?
Hey, is this a real
I'm
thing?
sorry. No.
Did he really hit on your wife?
He is, yeah.
Let's forget the material. He hit on your wife?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't. It was a game. I thought we were playing
Yeah,
a game.
it
We were
was,
doing
but
that.
I
We were
mean,
doing the ice storm game. Remember the key thing?
Right. And my wife's kind of slutty, so.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. You know, the nice thing is that if you,
I didn't have to do anything.
Yeah, the nice thing is if you probe deep enough, there's a happy ending to any story there.
I think we're going to need a psychiatrist in the room to go any deeper.
We got the
with this,
couch,
don't
we got
you?
it worked out. But
Oh,
seriously,
here's the
back
thing,
to
the
your
weird
married life, you likey, you know likey.
No, I like it, but you know what's weird? I've lived with her for a long time, but I just started to realize this odd thing. I don't want to be one of those comics that's always going, "Well, my wife, I tell you." But all right, but the thing is, like, I don't know if it's all women or just her. When she wakes up before she goes to work, for some reason she has to try on everything she has, not just one thing or two things, everything. All right, right there before she goes up for work. So I'm still sleeping, and what ultimately happens is I'm sort of nodding in and out while she's throwing things. Like I'm sleeping, and I'll hear a hanger click, and I'll wake up, and I'll just wake up 2 or 3 times, and she'll be wearing like different outfits every time.
Right.
So I'm not sure whether she's just getting ready for work or I've slipped into a coma and she hasn't told me about it. You know what I mean? Like she's just sitting there letting me fester like, oh my God, I can't move. But usually she's just getting ready for work.
Yeah, that's usually the case.
That's
Only
usually
one
the
coma
case.
once.
And
That's the fashion show.
Yeah, that is.
See, what you need to do is every time she comes out, just go, ooh.
I'm sleeping.
Ah.
No, here's what I do. I go, no, that one's fine. Can you go?
Get out.
You're a real romantic. Well, what about your honeymoon? Speaking of romance, did you finally have a honeymoon?
Yeah, I went to Spain. I went to Barcelona, Spain.
Oh, that's supposed to be nice.
Yeah, but a weird thing happened in Barcelona. It has nothing to do with my wife. I went to the aquarium because I like looking at fish. I do. I don't know why. I'll go to fish stores just to look at them until the guy goes, "Get out! You're not buying anything." Poking them and stuff. But I went to the aquarium. All right, this is weird. I get to the aquarium in Barcelona, right? And Ice-T, the rapper, is like going in front of us. It's him and his wife and a kid and another couple. And it's like, I don't know what he's doing in Spain, but he's walking in front of us. So I'm walking behind Ice-T, and we're going through the exhibits, okay? And for some reason, at each tank, he would read the description of the tank. And I guess the moral of this story, once I get into it, is that it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Right.
Because I'd be standing right behind him, and he'd be reading it, and he'd go, "Coastal Marsh Community." And I don't know, just the way he said community, I'm looking in the tank for social injustice. You know what I mean? Like, you know, oh, the mackerel are keeping the guppies down, man. You know? And then like, the next tank, we're sitting there at the next tank, and I'm dying. I think it's the greatest thing in the world, right? He goes, "Look at that big-ass crab." So we move from social injustice to, oh, just an observation.
He's the guy that I would want to hear narrate, like your way through the museum.
Just a menu. You know, corned beef and eggs, please. Got some hash.
Coastal community.
Coastal Marsh Community.
You're living in Queens now? Is that the idea?
Yeah, I ended up in Queens. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
That's all right.
Well, I looked in a couple other places. I looked in Brooklyn. I looked in Park Slope, and I did. Well, you know what? I decided not to move there. I'm really against gentrified communities because Park Slope is it's not really a community. It's more of this it's sort of a yuppie lesbian garrison, all right? And it's surrounded by adverse poverty, you know. And well, what happens is people don't believe this, but there's such a thing as politically correct imperialism, all right? They don't take territory by force. They just set up a muffin shop. You see what I'm saying? So then you get these people sitting in there going, "This used to be a crack corner. Have you tried the low-fat brand?"
And it works, and everyone's happy.
Everyone's happy except the people who had to move into the water. Yeah, all right.
No, to the coastal community.
Yeah, right, Coastal Marsh Community.
You're at the Punchline in Sacramento, December 11th through the 14th. And in San Francisco, December 16th through the 20th. Very funny. Marc Maron, thanks so much for coming by. We'll take a break. Dog Bakers, Dan Dye and Mark Beckloff coming up. Stick around. See you in a second.